What's going on, New Life? So good to see you guys. I'm so excited to be able to do this full week of Devos with you. Pastor Ricky Tomboli stopped about midway through 1 Thessalonians, so we're gonna pick back up in that. And so I want to give just a little overview, just kind of a recap of what 1 Thessalonians looks like. So first of all, Paul, Timothy, and Silas are the writers of this book. Paul, he's the principal writer. You know, you see his name, but what's cool is you see his personality through the narrative of these books. And so it's really cool that some of his best friends, some of his disciples is co-writing these books. There's an eschatological narrative through this. Eschatology is the study of end times. And so just to let you know, the clips, it will not start the end times, just gonna let you know. But it's the tone of the entire book, and throughout this week, we're gonna talk about all of that. And Thessalonica is a booming city. There's about 200,000 people in this city. So why wouldn't Paul, Silas, and Timothy, why wouldn't they want to go to this city? It's in Macedonia. So here's what happens. They come into Thessalonica, they start preaching the gospel, and just like classic Pharisee, they start to get frustrated because all of these people start converting from Judaism and the pagan religion over to Christianity. And so why wouldn't these Pharisees get upset? It happened to Jesus. And so they conscript this false plan to get them out of Thessalonica. And so that's what's going on. There's a concern in the church that the second coming of Christ has already happened. And so this is why Paul has written 1 Thessalonians and also 2 Thessalonians. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6, it says this: "So then, let us not be like the others who are asleep, but let us be awake and sober." Asleep just means to be unaware, to yield to sloth and to sinfulness. And also, this is a huge definition, to be indifferent to one's salvation. To be awake, it means to watch, to give strict attention to be cautious. And this is my favorite word. I want you to lean into this word, to be active. There's a moment in a couple of years ago, my family, we went to Gulf Shores, and you guys, we were right in the middle of a hurricane, like legit, right in the eye of a hurricane. Winds are blowing, there's a boat on fire down on the shore. The windows are like coming in and out. Things are hitting the window. We're freaking out. Power's gone. You guys, we walk into the bedroom and our babysitter is fast asleep. She completely missed all of the hurricane. It is absolutely insane. This is what happens to the church of Thessalonica. What Paul is saying is the best way to be able to know, the best way to differentiate is to be awake, is to be active. It reminds me of one of my favorite verses in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "The word of God is alive and active." And throughout this entire week, that's going to be the narrative, is getting in the word of God. Stay active in prayer, stay active in worship, stay active in serving one another. This is what Paul is writing to the Thessalonian church. To be awake is to be ready and to be aware. But then also to be aware is to not be deceived. There's a lot of deception going on in the church. And so to be awake is to not be deceived. Are you awake or are you asleep? Ephesians 5:14 says this: "Wake up, O sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." Church, let's wake up.